Hi everybody, my name is Ellen and this is my studio. I'm part of the Boast Art Collective and we're opening our studios for you to take a look. Let's go inside. Here we go. This is my studio in my home. You can see that it is quite full, that I tend to cover every surface, and you have to know my secret is that this is fairly picked up. I can start in this corner. This is, as you can readily see, this is for storage, which I have run out of. I've got paintings everywhere. I've got paintings on every surface. There's one of my daughter. Another one. Here's a little painting of Prince that I did just for me. But putting paintings on the wall is a great way to safely store them. But you soon run out of room. Here's a good example of my work table. I've got panels that I've started making myself, which are great. I really love that surface. I've got paintings that are works in progress. I've got all my tools. I've got other paintings that still need to be varnished. I've got books and newspaper articles. On this wall, I've got kind of just a mix of a few things. This is a recent painting called Tousled. I love painting hair. And of course, if you want to get good at something, you've got to do it over and over. Here's a little stack of tiny paintings that I did. They're 4 by 6 inches on Arches oil paper. The paper is impregnated with a solution that keeps the oil from destroying that paper. So it is considered archival. Here's another little guy. And opposed to here's something for me is about the largest size that I tend to do. This is 40 inches by 30 inches. This is a recent self-portrait from my Escape series, and I call them Escape because I am not in the final stages, but I've been parenting for quite a while, so sometimes I will paint things that really illustrate a moment where I feel like all my responsibilities are laid aside and it really is just momentary. But just to capture that, and I can see that moment and it takes me there, which is one of the importance of art in my view. These are hard to see because of the glass, but I have framed some of my figure drawings that are done from life. I had these framed for a solo show that I had at the Kremp Gallery last fall. See, I've got lots of little items that before I got full on to figurative art, I was doing a lot of still lifes, which I do still love to do. Here is another work table. I could probably have 5 more and they would all be covered. I've got paintings leaned up. This is a very recent painting that I finished and entered into a show. We'll see how that goes. And you can see along this wall is just more art. More things behind waiting to be finished. And then I have my setup here, where I've got my rumfish, my notes, I've got painting cloths and all my tubes of paint. So they're right here at hand. This is where I keep all my brushes and my tools. This is my palette. This is an upright palette that I've started to use maybe a year or so ago. And I love this because it's at the same level as my easel, and I can mix and paint without looking down at a palette. Got a little commission, a little portrait of my son. We've been eating a lot of grapefruits during the quarantine for some reason. And of course, all my plants. Here's a larger still life that I'm working on. Probably not even halfway. There'll be tons of layers on that. So here's just another view of the studio and the front door, which in normal days, hopefully next summer, we'll be back to opening our studios and having people in, seeing us paint. But that's it for now. Thank you for coming by.